Regulators on both the American and European continents have pointed their guns on Apple, troubling investors of the company with fears over fines and threatening its market dominance. In the US, the Justice Department and 16 Attorney General are suing the iPhone maker for violating antitrust laws. On the other hand, in Europe, the company is said to be facing probes about whether it's complying with the region's Digital Markets Act. Shares of the company slid 4.1% on Thursday, erasing about $113 billion in market value and taking the year-to-date loss back to 11%. Once the world's most valuable firm at more than $3 trillion, Apple has underperformed both at the Nasdaq 100 and the S&P 500 so far in 2024. The phone giant has been sued by the US Department of Justice and 15 states. It was alleged that the iPhone maker monopolized the smartphone market. The allegation also includes hurting smaller rivals and driving up prices. With this, Apple joins competitors sued by regulators, including Google, Meta Platforms, and Amazon.
Consumers should not have to pay higher prices because companies break the law. We allege that Apple has employed a strategy that relies on exclusionary, anti-competitive conduct that hurts both consumers and developers. And as outlined in our complaint, we allege that Apple has consolidated its monopoly power not by making its own products better, but by making other products worse. And as any iPhone user who has ever seen a green text message or received a tiny, grainy video can attest, Apple's anti-competitive conduct also includes making it more difficult for iPhone users to message with users of non-Apple products. The Justice Department will vigorously enforce antitrust law. Enforcing the law protects consumers from higher prices and fewer choices. That is the Justice Department's legal obligation. That is what the American people expect. That is what they deserve.
The US suit accuses Apple of blocking rivals from accessing hardware and software features on its popular devices, while the possible investigations in Europe will focus on the firm's new fees, terms and conditions for App Store developers. Apple fired back at the US lawsuit by calling it wrong on the facts and the law. The company also said that the action would set a dangerous precedent, empowering the government to take a heavy hand in designing people's technology. The company also vowed to vigorously defend against it, but did not respond to potential probes in Europe. In a statement, Apple said, and I quote, "At Apple, we innovate every day to make technologies people love, designing products that work seamlessly together, protect people's privacy and security, and create a magical experience for our users. This lawsuit threatens who we are and the principles that set Apple products apart in fiercely competitive markets." Apple is the world's most valuable company by many yardsticks. Its valuation and key economic metrics is more than many countries put together. That makes it not only extremely rich, but also extremely powerful for market dominance. Big tech, powerful firms like Google, Apple, and Amazon have been facing lawsuits across the world, not only from small businesses, but also from consumers. Time and again, big tech companies have found themselves at the receiving end of such power and market abuse checks. What do you make out of the entire story? Do you think this will affect the brand integrity of Apple in the long run? Please let us know in the comment section.